Good evening, Mask enjoyers. I hope you're doing alright, because it's time for the abnormal barders. Yes, today we have 1, we have 2, we have 3, we have 4. We have 4 abnormal barders to take place today. We're going to go ahead and try and figure out a decent price to offer for each of these 4 skins. And we're also going to discuss prices we might want to offer for the other 5 non-abnormal skins, the regular skins, if you will. Now, you might be sitting there and wondering, Hedge, what on earth are you talking about? What is an abnormal skin? Well, if you were to look in the description of this video right now, you'll see 2 videos have been provided. The first one is 60 seconds long, a short video. It will briefly explain everything in regards to what usually happens, when it happens, and, you know, the routine. But to properly understand abnormals and get a better understanding, the reasons behind it, the timings of it, for when it happens, when it changes, and how to identify what is abnormal, please consider watching the second video, which is 20 minutes long, but it's a little bit more in-depth and helpful. And to kind of give you a bit of a TLDR, just to give you a short summary, we're doing this all in an effort to try and make some sweet, delicious profits. By using the time advantage, we're going to go ahead and try and do a barter as fast as we possibly can. And if we offer a fairly decent price, as time goes on, we'll be able to pick up those skins for that decent price and sell them for a better price. Therefore, making profit with each purchase we make. That's the idea. So, yes, it's all an effort to do a little bit of market merchanting and whatnot. Alright then, so we're going to go ahead and start discussing prices for the abnormals first, and then afterwards we'll discuss prices for the regular skins. Let's jump to it. So, polished obsidian ended up selling over 20,000. Very nice to see. Surprising though, because when I first looked at it, I thought, are people really going to care about this? You know, we can give it a good quick look again, as we can see. It's just a shiny black rock. Surely people wouldn't just say, oh yes, I love shiny black rock. Apparently they do. They love big shiny black rocks. So, yeah, props to you. I mean, if you like it, buy it, have fun with it, caress it, hold it in your hands, enjoy it. So anyway, polished obsidian, will that probably retain its value from here on now? I don't know. That's the weird thing. See, when you look at rocks as a whole, you know, how are they doing? You know, how high of a price do they go up to and whatnot? Well, quite a lot of them aren't exactly doing very well. So as I scroll down, you might notice a lot of them are in the negative, which is very unfortunate to see. Now, every now and then we do get some Twitch drops for them as well, so that's also another thing we're going to need to consider. But only the older ones seem to do nicely. The newer ones, not so much. Pug Rock's doing all right there, and Hamster Rock, but okay. So last year we did in fact have a lot of pet themed rocks, and only 2 of them stood out quite nicely. Capybara initially was doing alright, but then Hamster and everybody else followed, and it was a bit awkward. So overall, when I want to try and figure out, okay, what does this relate best to, I'm going to scroll down a little bit more. Maybe I could relate it to the likes of Rebar Rock, which is a fairly shiny metallic looking rock. That's only sitting there at $1.24, but that only did 8,000 sales. See, this is awkward because it's done over 20. There's a lot more of these in circulation, and I do worry for it. So trying to figure out where it's going to end up being in terms of its value in about maybe a couple months' time, when it's, you know, literally in the middle of Easter. How well will this do in the summer? How will this end up like during the next autumn-fall seasonal dip in about half a year's time? It's awkward. So I look at it. I acknowledge it sold very nicely. I guess a lot of people cared enough for it to buy it, but I don't know if they're going to care enough to hold on to it. There will very likely be more rocks being introduced at some point this year. Maybe they're going to look more interesting. Maybe they're going to look more goofy. Maybe get more pet rocks. Who knows? But I can't help but feel like that won't be retaining its value. I don't know how bad it might drop, and I feel like I just want to do a 70 cent to 90 cent buy order. If you were to take a look at every single rock right now, you'll notice that they all the bad ones at the very least, in terms of value I should point out, they only really go down to $1. Right, most of them. There is the Santa's cookie sack, but they all end up at around $1. So if you were to offer like 70 cents, 90 cents, at the very least, if you bought one, you could sell it again and get your money back, or turn it into a metal. You can turn it into metal if you so wish. So that seems to be the play, the safe option. Now, if you want to offer a little bit more, maybe push up to maybe like, I don't know, $1.20 or something, I wouldn't be surprised if you end up picking a whole bunch of these up at some point. Again, I can't help but feel like there will be more rock skins being accepted at some point later down this year. It's literally only the beginning of the year still. We've only just finished the first month. There's still 11 more months to go. So, yeah, there will be more rocks. Maybe Twitch drops. We shall see. And that probably won't appear so special anymore. It's interesting now. People like it now. Will that last? I doubt it. So 70 cents, 90 cents. That's my answer. Sorry to say, but I've got to be careful with skins from now on. It's not like prices are doing super good at the moment. Yeah. First contact garage door. So there's a thing we have to kind of address. All the garage doors that have come out somewhat recently aren't exactly doing super great at the moment. As we scroll down, we can see every single one of them's kind of in the negative, pretty much. Very, very, very awkward. Now, it doesn't help that we've got a lot of Twitch drops. And we literally just had one being given to us. Hell, with the likes of the Pirate Garage door that came out quite recently, you know, that's even gone down by 30%. So first contact garage door, I will give it some props. First of all, congratulations once again to Sad Happy for his first ever skin to be accepted. I do know a lot of people do like the straightforward neon designs of garage doors, but what's stopping from more potential garage doors being produced and accepted this year? Guys, we're going to see another 30 garage doors this year for sure. Something like that. We're going to end up with around 30 by the end of the year. Exactly like we saw the past year in 2023 and the year before that in 2022. I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest. You got to acknowledge all the potential Twitch drops, the marketable ones that become, you know, appearing in the likes of Rust doors. Yeah, awkward. So in short, whilst this looks reasonably okay right now, I don't imagine it's going to be retaining its $2.49 price. My answer to you is in terms of what price I might want to offer this, I might only offer $1. Yep. I mean, you could do like 90 cents to $1.20, I believe. Yeah, 90 cents to $1.20. Will it go much lower than like $1? I don't think so. I feel like that's going to be the sort of spot where it ends up at. There will be a reasonable enough interest where the price will stay up above $1, but I don't imagine it's going to be doing that for well, I don't imagine it would go that much lower. Again, we are going to see a lot more garage doors. I don't hate it. It's just, I don't think it really stands out that crazily. But hey, maybe you do. Maybe you like it. And again, if you like a skin, by all means, buy it, use it, enjoy it. Support the skin creators. Keep them motivated. Keep wanting to put out very nice creative designs in the future. But the likes of that garage door there, I can't help but feel like there will be more. And people will probably just look at the new thing rather than the old thing. And unfortunately, he might suffer. So, unless you like aliens, and do you believe, well, you know, we shall see. But 90 cents to $1.20 would be my answer for that one, I'm afraid. Alright, Cyber Tier 3. This is awkward, and I have a very straightforward answer for this. First of all, when might we potentially see the likes of Hoodie and Pants in Tier 2? Well, has anybody actually asked LeCramp? We've got a whole bunch of comments here. And, what should I do next? Road Sign Tier 2, the way to go. Yep, so people have asked. He's effectively just kind of insinuated that, yeah, sure, I'm going to go ahead and make Tier 2 or Hoodie and Pants next. So he acknowledged it. People point out, yep, so that's nice. Here's the problem. You know, it took a while for us to eventually see Desert Beast Hoodie and Pants. This is a good example. In the lead up to that, this went down in price pretty sharply. Both of these skins were sitting at around 60 cents to 70 cents. Hell, like, even with this currently in the Rust store, it's still back into the negative. I feel real bad for all new sets right about now, unless it stands out very nicely. This, of course, doesn't exactly do that. This is going to go down in price. It will. Oh, yes, it will. How low will it go? We're going to figure that out now, but I don't imagine it'll be staying above $1. Yes, these both sold for $2 each, I know, but I doubt they're going to stay above $1. And let me elaborate. So, over the past, year or so, we've had some very metallic-looking sets, such as Hardsuit, Damascus, we even had high-quality metal. Now, not all of them finished, but for the ones that did, there's a full set of them, and they are still in the negative. Hardsuit is not doing very well. High-quality metal is not doing very well. Damascus is not doing very well. They are all in the negative. Per what I've seen, when you just have like a pure silvery metallic set, people just don't really care enough for it. And they don't retain their value. Now, of course, when we potentially see the likes of new core pieces being submitted and, of course, accepted, will we see spike in demand, spike in price? Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, that is to be expected. But before that, well, we know we have upcoming the likes of Lunar New Year, Valentine's, Mishmash, Rust store. We're not going to be seeing any cyber core pieces for quite some time. This is going to have a whole bunch of people panic selling, just like many other skins in the past. So with the likes of these, I'm probably going to only offer like 60 cents to 80 cents. Yeah. And if you want a very good example, go take a look at Damascus. Because, well, Initially, that did not very good. Well, okay. Well, actually, no, it did initially do good because we immediately got the hoodie and pants afterwards. Do you remember when this sold for $2? Well, it's down to $1.27. Both of these sold for a fairly decent price. Now they're down pretty bad. We were hoping to see tier 2, but it didn't happen. So that's another thing. Facepunch doesn't seem to be super eager for finishing collections. So whilst you might sit there and say, oh, yeah, that's nice, that's cool, I don't think it'll get finished. Yeah, awkward. So overall, 60 cents to 80 cents. Not confident in it. And I know other people who have bought this will be throwing it on the Steam market pretty quickly at a much cheaper price. So if you want to buy a bunch of these, well, a good buy order will work out very nicely for you. And a lot cheaper. Yep. Alright then. So that was all the abnormals. It wasn't very long, was it? Well, we only had 4 skins and I wasn't exactly super enthusiastic for them. Sorry to say, but this was a fairly tame rust store. We acknowledge that. We know about that. We are expecting some very interesting skins tomorrow, and I will talk more about that. But first of all, let's go ahead and start figuring out prices for the rest of these regular skins. Remember, these 5 skins only become marketable when the rust store rotates tomorrow for the February Force Fight. All right, let's begin. Bad News AR. By default, AK-47, 70 cents, 90 cents. It's not too hard to comprehend. There's going to be another AK coming out very soon. Look at both of these. Immediately down by 48%. This right here down by 47%. And trust me when I say that will go even lower because it's sold at a higher price. That will also go down to about $1. This unfortunately cannot escape what's going to happen. It is inevitable. It will end up going down to $1. I'm very sorry to say, Mr. PYH, but you should acknowledge, just look at all of that. All new AKs compete with every other AK that's ever come out, and unfortunately there's a lot of them to go around. There's a lot of options to compare to, and unfortunately all the newer AKs just immediately suffer. Yeah. So that's going to be a 70 cent to 90 cent buy order. Moving over to here, the likes of the Desert Beast hoodie and pants. So much like what I just talked about here, we're probably not going to see another Desert Beast skin, aka Tier 2, for quite some time. At least 2 weeks, I'd say. Now, will we actually get it accepted? That's another problem because, as I just pointed out, last year is a great example, there were so many collections last year that are vying, hoping, praying for a Tier 2 armor to be accepted, and it didn't happen. There was a lot of sets last year that only consisted of Tier 3 and hoodie and pants, and it was a very, very unfortunate thing that happened. So, with the likes of Desert Beast, I can't help but feel like both of these are going to end up going below the rust store price as well, because unfortunately, yeah, first of all, Desert Beast Tier 3 isn't exactly doing a very good job in retaining its value. I don't think that's going to do a very good job in retaining its value either. I don't think, with the core pieces, I don't think Desert Beast is actually very in demand. And it's probably not too hard to comprehend, I guess. You can see it with the prices. So overall, I'm probably going to offer like 60 to 70 cents for both of those. Now, will we see Tier 2 potentially eventually? Maybe, possibly, as I said, but I also lean to the side of I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, it might happen. Facepunch is weird with their picks. At the very least, we need to see one on Jay provide it, and I'm pretty sure he will. He will. He definitely will. I just don't know when. You never know. He might randomly decide to do a pirate skin or whatever. The longer he waits, the more these are likely to go down in price, because people are too impatient. People who buy skins nowadays are far too impatient. So, yeah, that's going to go down below its rust store price. Maybe you might want to go lower. Yeah, you could probably offer 50 cents. Don't blame you. It's up to you. Right, moving on. Here we have the likes of Skullforce SAR. How are all the other SAR skins doing that have come out over the past 2 years? Let's go take a look. I am optimistic. No, I'm not. No. Okay, let's go look by lowest price. All right, lowest price SAR skins. What do we see? Okay, so that came out within the past 2 years. That came out literally last year. Literally just, what, like a good half a year ago? That came out a few months ago. That came out a few months ago. That came out last year. Yeah, there's a lot of 2023 skins here. And they're all below $1. Yeah, in short, 70 cents, 90 cents. Sorry to say. It just doesn't really stand out. One quick look, and, you know, it has a nice design to it, but it's not super noticeable in the game. So, unfortunately, yeah, 70 cents, 90 cents, because it's very likely going to end up in that position. And then over to here, we have the SMG Nana and its custom SMGs. Custom SMGs are a problem. Why? Because, well, where's the gun demand? Who's craving, desperately wanting to use an SMG? Not a lot, apparently, because you can tell by the prices of all these skins that it doesn't appear to be a very in-demand weapon. If the weapon itself doesn't get a lot of usage, where's the justification to own skins for it? And yeah, as you can see, pretty much every single one of them down bad. That's going to be another 70 cent to 90 cent buy order, because that's the best we can really do. It's unfortunate to say, but once you acknowledge how everybody else behaves, you're going to have to follow suit as well. So, yeah. Again, I repeat, tame week. It was expected. This is how things are, all right? Now we can talk about tomorrow, because tomorrow is looking to be very, very, very interesting. First of all, let's just acknowledge that tomorrow will be February 1st. February 1st, the very beginning of the month, February 4 swipe. Things are looking to be very interesting. We are expecting a very nice peak player count tomorrow. Now, based on what we saw of last year, January 2023, rolling into February 2023, you can see we had February doing 176,000. February did 167,000. Did I say that correct? This was January. This was February. So, with our recent January 2024 doing just over 190,000 people, which you might reckon February might end up at, I don't think it's going to be close to this, but I am expecting at least 160,000. Now, if you aren't fully well aware, tomorrow we're also going to be getting a whole bunch of the interesting new backpacks. Yes, so we've got some interesting updates. I'm sure many of you have been keeping track of the likes of what we see here on the commits page. Over the entire month, it's just been constant changes, fixes, implementations of the backpacks, but they're finally coming in tomorrow. And we, of course, also have the metal detector and performance fixes and whatnot. Currently, right here, I can see they're currently making some progress in changing up Harbour, so that'll probably be something for some point down the line. And we do have new items on the horizon as well, but that's not appearing tomorrow. So the expectation is tomorrow, with a force wipe, with a lot of people playing the game, we expect Face Punch very likely will be picking out some very interesting skins. If you provide very interesting skins when loads of people are playing, loads of people are going to be curious looking at the item store and what do they see, some very cool looking skins, you're more likely going to get a lot more sales, a lot more potential profit. So now we question, after having a very tame Rust store, will we end up seeing a very interesting looking Rust store? So what's the instant skins that I would point out to say which would probably do a lot of sales? Instantly, I sit here and say, well, look, we've got Legacy Kevlar right here. Does anybody want to step up and buy some Legacy Kevlar? Yeah. This is the last chance I believe Legacy Kevlar has. If we don't see it tomorrow, I'm putting my hands up and I'm saying, all right, that appears to be it then. Like, maybe we're not going to see Legacy Kevlar anymore. So that right there is very likely going to be the last potential chance. Technically speaking, this could still appear after Lunar New Year, but I don't really imagine they'd want to release it around then. So that right there, what do you reckon? What do you reckon? Do you hope? Do you pray? Well, there is another hoodie and pants that we can talk about, which is just over here with the most recent Rust Workshop skin checks. Yes, if you were to keep an eye on the likes of the videos that I upload. Quick refresh over to here. What do we see appearing right over to here? What do we have? It's the newest Rust Workshop skin checks video. Yes, we discussed and showcased all the newest skins, and you can see it right there in the thumbnail, Thundergold. Yes, do not forget, I always have chapters on my videos, and you can skip right ahead to the likes of me talking about Thundergold hoodie and pants. So, away we go, straight to the bottom where the clothing is, and here we are. We recently just had the Tier 2 being accepted. Immediately, we can see the likes of Mr. Morphus and Mr. Micro putting this out. They strategically put this out as soon as they could because they were chasing after the potential early pick for the February 4 swipe. They know if they were to get in for that, they're going to do a lot of good sales. And it's also kind of strategic based on the fact that the vast majority of people over the past weekend actually made Lunar New Year skins. So they don't really have that much competition for an early slot if we were to have early picks tomorrow. So what do you reckon, people? Legacy Kevlar or Thundergold? Black versus white. Maybe we get both. That'd actually be insane. That'd be a perfect Rust store. Face Punch, if you watch me, please, 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 please. Legacy Kevlar and Thundergold. It's not hard, all right? Do you want people to be happier? Do that. Don't do a stupid thing where you accept neither of them. That's how you make people more unhappy. They're going to do the latter, aren't they? So, yeah, Face Punch decides, and that's going to be very, 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 very awkward, but I'm just pointing out we have some very good potential interesting candidates for tomorrow. Now, that's just the clothing and the armour, you know. There's plenty of other interesting things, but I can't really show you the early picks, because as you might notice, a lot of them are Lunar New Year themed. Yes, they are. So, we'll worry about that for next week, because next week will be the Rust store for that. But looking at the top picks list set up by TGG himself, you do have the likes of Hardsuit Poncho, maybe some Panda cosplay. But scrolling down a little bit more, will we see... Sorry, I hiccuped. Will we see some skins referencing the new upcoming content? So if you aren't fully well aware, we're getting those backpacks, and this is an homage to it. But they weren't the only people to do that, because if I scroll down over to here, we have more people that did it. Yes. Loads of people made some backpack-themed sleeping bag skins. Yep, so that's what it looks like. And this is what the sleeping bags look like. I wouldn't be surprised if at least one of these skins potentially gets picked tomorrow. It's a bit goofy, but hey, whatever, you know. New content coming out, let's go accept a skin that references it. Ha ha ha, so funny, so clever. Yeah, cool. So, yeah, that might be something that we see tomorrow. But get a good look at all of these other things. What else could potentially be picked? Maybe a cool looking door. There's some interesting doors here, let me tell you. Oh, yes. So, who knows? We'll find out. We will find out indeed. But in terms of the most profitable things, it's definitely going to be the clothing and armor. Oh, yes, indeed. So I can't help but feel like we might see a trend continue tomorrow, and this is something I know of. Basically, just before we have the likes of a holiday event, Rustore and whatnot, the Rustore just before it tends to get one extra late pick. Will we see that tomorrow? We shall see. So who knows what we might see, but if this was a tame week, I expect an insane week. I expect some very cool looking skin continuations from notable collections, and we do have very notable collections that could be continued tomorrow. It's up to Facepunch if they commit to that. Right, so other things I could mention. Okay, so we can lean in more in regards to the Lunar New Year skins. We've just recently seen the new spear and dragon launcher being added to the game. So it's actually been inserted in. Yes, dragon rocket launcher and Chinese New Year spear. Now, I don't expect them to appear tomorrow. I do not expect them to appear tomorrow. It'll be next week. Lunar New Year is next week on February 10th. So I believe these are going to be in the Rustore next week. We don't know if they're going to be replacing anything, but we do know and do expect that we will be seeing a bunch of Lunar New Year skins being accepted with that. The problem is we also have Valentine's during the same week. So we did have a whole bunch of people submitting Valentine's skin over the past weekend as well. It's been a bit of weird. It's been a bit weird of a mishmash. And you know what? I have two good representations here. So here's the Dragon Time Garage Door made by Sean Mick and Ari Spector. Get a good look at that. So we've seen so many dragon-themed door skins being produced. I don't know which ones are going to be picked, but they all look very cool with great cool looking designs here by Mr. Sean Mick on the Dark Dragon Garage Door. What do you reckon? Do you like that? Well, alternatively, we also have a cool looking neon love metal sheet metal door right here. Sheet metal double door made by Anubis Dunk. So nice and neon. You got the hearts, you got Cupid on a cloud. It's all cool. And of course, you damn well know it glows in the dark. Look at that. Very nice, very cool. So there's a lot of sheet metal double door submissions over the past weekend. I think we might be getting one accepted. I look forward to it. But that won't be until next week. So tomorrow, Force Swipe, normal skins. The week after that, Lunar New Year / Valentine's. Yeah, that's going to be cool. Alright, so one more final extra word in regards to the Rustore tomorrow. You're probably wondering, Hedge, when are we likely going to see the Rustore rotate? My expectation is, as I quickly hop back over to here, I want to show you the my expectation is with the update, it's going to be an early Rustore. Typically, when it's a Force Wipe, the Rustore usually rotates in an hour before the update were to come out. So that'll be 6 o'clock in the afternoon in the UK tomorrow. That is the expectation. And I do hope we do see a lot of people playing the game tomorrow. I really do. I really do. But who knows? Maybe some things will be, you know, very, very, very well approved of by people tomorrow. Or maybe they don't. But I can't help but think a lot of people, out of curiosity, will be hopping in tomorrow to see how the backpacks are. You know, with that extra storage inventory space, is that going to be useful? Or is it going to be too much of a hassle? Could it change things up? Will people approve of it? Will they like it? Will they hate it? I'm sure tweaks will happen. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of people potentially appearing tomorrow. But as I said, in regards to Rust skins, I do expect the Rustore to rotate about at least 1 hour earlier compared to the actual update. So that's a normal thing with force wipes, all right? So I will be streaming tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm going to be streaming before, you know, the Rust all rotates, but I'll still be here. Look in the description of my video, look for my socials. I'll be on Twitch, and we will be discussing those new skins, and we'll just be seeing how people have been reacting to all of it and whatnot. So, yeah, it's all on the horizon. It's all tomorrow, and could we potentially maybe see some very cool, interesting skins being accepted? Or will reality kick in and then, you know, Face Punch, you know, decides and oh god. But I have to show you this. Legacy Kevlar, right now. Legacy Kevlar, it's kind of down bad. But it's definitely mainly due to the fact that other people exist. Now, I've said that so many times, but it's not hard to notice that for some strange reason, people feel compelled, I tell you, to list big fat quantities on the Steam market to kill prices. Now, Hoodie is not so bad. I do believe someone must have removed their listings, but after that, there's like no resistance. There's nothing there, and wouldn't you believe it, the vast majority of stock is above $3. Bit weird. I think it was Pants, that was the worst one. 44, there you go. I don't know why people like this, compelled to list their big fat chunks of very low listings. And, you know, with the likelihood of some Legacy Kevlar being accepted tomorrow, other people exist. I keep saying this to you, because they tend to do very, very, very dumb things. But yeah, over 300 stock above $2.50. We'll see what happens there. And of course, we've got the kilt right here, currently above $3, I do believe, $3.40. And this appears to be a bit more sensible, because after that, there's nothing there, no big fat resistances. This could easily go all the way up to $7 and beyond. But we just got to see those continuations appear. And in contrast, we'll also go to take a real quick look at the likes of Thundergold. Thundergold, very, very good spot as well. The face mask and the chest plate have held up very nicely. So if I were to show you this right now, this is currently selling for about $6. Almost. And yes, 43 stock. Don't know why they're doing it. They'd probably make a lot more money if they removed that and let the price rise up. But hey, other people tend to be really, really, really dumb. Regardless, moving on, we have the likes of chestplate. What do we see here? We have this currently listed just below $4, 37 there. If that was removed, it could easily rise up and probably go all the way up to $6. That'd be nice. And then we have the kilt. Literally just came out, sold very nicely, sold fairly closely to the likes of the tier 3 armor. There's nothing there to stop it from rising up. That is in a very, very interesting position. But it's a matter of, will we see Legacy Kevlar or will we see Thundergold? Chat, what do you reckon? YouTube, what do you reckon? Comment. Pray harder. Both of them. Give us both. It's so easy to please us. Just give us both. Anyway. That would be a wonderful time, wouldn't it, if it happened? Anyway, so with that, shall we skip ahead? We'll do the abnormal borders. We'll look at the support. And yeah, that'll basically be it. So let's go ahead and do that. Hello people, how you doing? So we've got 4 abnormals to chase after, and I think with these skins, I'm probably only going to do 1 buy order. So I've got everything in position. It's now midnight. Quick refresh. Do you think we're still going to see botted buy orders? I don't really think so. The next question is do you think people are actually going to list these skins? I hope. Come on, don't be shy. Oh, here we go. There's one, and yeah, that's normal. That's fine. We'll live with that. And that's not too bad. Alright, so yeah, I guess that was reasonable. This, you, already over $1, are you? Again, I just don't feel like I trust it that much. That's quick. That's quick. Yeah, that was pretty quick. So that did 1,700. Do we still have botted buy orders? Doesn't really look like. Oh, hang on a minute. Ooh. I don't know. But they can buy all the ones that end up being real cheap, so it's for them to take. I think there might have still been a bit of a botting bit there, but We shall see. We shall see. Anyway, shall we skip ahead, look at the abnormal barter support, and, you know, just have some extra words to say? Let's go do that. So let's skip ahead now. Right, gentlemen, we're back. So it's been about 18 minutes, and as you can see, they've all got prices, and let's go ahead and take a look at all of them. So we have the first contact garage door right here, just under 2,000 requests to buy, which is fairly tame. I do think this one's a bit of a naughty buy order, but hey, we'll just keep on talking. So the layout's, it's okay, but it's nowhere near $2.49, is it? So I was a little bit unsure in what this future was going to be, and I can probably safely say, wouldn't be surprised in the slightest that this ends up going below its rust price. The support simply isn't there. It sold reasonably well, but there's definitely going to be some more garage doors being given to us at some point, whether it's going to be Twitch drops or, of course, new marketable garage door skins. It is inevitable. All right, it is inevitable. So with what we see here, based on what we can see with this, the bar does only really go all the way up to about $1.15. Yeah, that's probably going to be going down in price pretty quickly. It's very unfortunate to say. So, at the end of the day, if you want to grab one of these, you could probably just put down like a $1.20 buy order, and lo and behold, you've bought it, because there's nobody really competing. Now, we do have the rust door rotating in about maybe like 18 hours from now. An early rust door is expected tomorrow, because it's a force white. You could probably see a few more buy orders being put down, but I don't think it's going to change that much. So, it is what it is. Alright, so here's the polished obsidian rock, and, well, buy orders only go up to about $1, just over $1. Okay, so when I looked at that, I thought, did I want to do a second buy order? But again, are these people actually going to stick around and keep those buy orders, or will a certain amount of sales happen and then they get a little bit of cold feet and run away? Well, we shall see. But at the end of the day, this is not $2. So if you really want to go ahead and grab one of these, just put down like a $1.20 buy order again, and lo and behold, at some point you will be picking up a polished obsidian rock. This is not going to retain its value. No. Next up, we have the cyber mask and chest. To my surprise, some people did step in and do some extra buy orders. I know who did this. He's not being... Steve, I saw you do it. I know you're not being honest, so let's just neglect this 1,000 buy order here. Other than that, I mean, if it does manage to stay up, fair enough. Will these people actually want to stick around and pick these up for just over $1? We will not see any cyber skins appear for at least 2 weeks. Next workshop, we are going to be seeing a whole bunch of Valentine skins, I believe, and whatnot. And then the week after that, I mean, maybe we'll see something from Trakmer, the skin creator. But I just don't imagine this is going to be retaining good value, and I wouldn't be surprised if these buy orders eventually disappear, because a lot of people will just randomly decide, oh, I haven't instantly got gratification in seeing more cyber skins, therefore I must sell these at about half the price on the Steam market. So yeah, people will very likely be unloading these at $1 a piece. And yeah, the price is expected to go down because the buy orders will keep going down. It's unfortunate, but it is expected, and it'll very likely happen. So yeah, well, that's just the face mask. What about the chest plate? And yeah, pretty much the exact same thing, without that stupid 1,000 bar to put down by Steve. Anyway, so yeah, I don't imagine that will retain its value. And yeah, I've seen it happen many times in the past. So that was quick. Yeah, there just wasn't really that much to talk about. Yep, that's it's unfortunate, isn't it? But it is what it is. So yeah, again, I must repeat, tomorrow it is expected to be an early rust door. So once again, let me inform you that tomorrow is going to be a force wipe. We're going to have fairly decent updates. Some things will be fixed. Backpacks will be introduced. Metal detector will be introduced. That'll be nice. But it's just mostly a quality of life update. So hopefully we get a lot of people hopping in tomorrow. Hopefully we do get a very cool looking rust door with a lot of very interesting collection continuations. Who will it be? Will they contend for a spot? Or will there be peace and we get both of them? Or will Face Punch do the most dastardly, evil, wicked thing and neglect both? Maybe they decide to not even accept the likes of clothing and armor skins tomorrow. That would be pretty annoying, wouldn't it? It's happened before. Oh, it's happened before. So, yeah. do keep an eye on the likes of the workshop and whatnot, but do expect with the likes of next week, it's only going to really consist of Valentine skins. So the update tomorrow will come out at like 7 o'clock in the evening UK time, but an hour before that, that's where I expect the likes of the Rust skins to rotate in. So that's about 18 hours from now. So 6 o'clock in the evening UK time. I repeat, 6 o'clock in the evening UK time. Figure out your time zones. That is when I think the Rust will rotate. With the rotation, these 5 skins will become marketable, and well, we'll see what potentially gets accepted. So once again, do take a look at the likes of TGG's most recent top picks list. Get a good look at all of that. You can even consider looking at my recent list. Just don't really look at the likes of the Lunar New Year skins. Look at every other skin. Like I said, maybe we'll get some skins with an homage to the new backpack. Maybe we'll get some skins such as continuation of the Plague Doors. There's a garage door there. What else do we have? Chameleon Revolver version 2. That might be pretty sweet. Or, like I said, literally just a little bit earlier, Thundergold. Thundergold, maybe. But we do have Legacy Kevlar also aiming for a spot. And this is my stance on Legacy Kevlar. If we don't see it tomorrow, I think that is truly it. I honestly think that is truly it. It had its run. Face Punch doesn't seem very keen on it anymore. And, well, that's it. No more Legacy Kevlar. Maybe not until, like, the next Complete the Sets, maybe. But the idea was, did they want to wait out a little bit longer to list the Legacy Kevlar then? Because with the expectation of more people appearing tomorrow, more people see the skins, more people potentially buy it, more profit is made. If we don't see Legacy Kevlar tomorrow, even like the perfect time for it is tomorrow, then yeah, that has to be the answer. We probably shouldn't expect any more Legacy Kevlar skins. Cool. So, alright then. That appears to be it. So with that, thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you all enjoyed yourself. And keep an eye out, because next week those brand new skins will be appearing. The first wooden spear skin ever for Rust, and a very, very cool looking dragon rocket launcher. But that's not until next week, because next week is going to be very odd. The February 8th Rust store will have Lunar New Year on the 10th of February, and then we'll have Valentine's on the 14th. And the expectation is we'll have like Valentine skins probably appear over the weekend. That has happened before. It happened back in 2021. And if you want to get a little bit of a better understanding in regards to all of that, please consider watching this video. I kind of go over everything real quickly. It's only 14 minutes long, but you'll get a good idea of what to expect with that. Sounds good? Cool. So, with that, once again, thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. Have a lovely day. Make sure you're readily prepared for the new update, and have a nice weekend. It's as simple as that. Catch you later. Bye.